Hey everyone, I just want to make a couple corrections slash clarifications to my last video, Clement of Rome Part 2. I took I uploaded it, but then I took it down because I want to make these corrections. So I'm going to make them here. If you watch that video, here are the corrections. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-upload that video. And then I plan to insert the corrections from here at the proper spot. But in the meantime, here are the corrections. So around 22 minutes, what I should have said was the Jerusalem temple was destroyed. And some of you probably caught that. I should not have said the Jerusalem church was destroyed. Though interesting, as I was looking that up, tradition has it that Christians, there are traditions out there that Christians fled Jerusalem before the destruction of the temple in AD 70. But however you look at it, there have been Christians in Jerusalem throughout the centuries. And there are believers in Jerusalem now. So to say that the Jerusalem church was destroyed or that the believers in Jerusalem were no more, though that is a very varied and interesting history that I'm certainly not an expert in, to say that the church or Christians disappeared from Jerusalem from that time on is just simply inaccurate. What I meant to say was that the Jerusalem temple was destroyed. So I thought that was an important clarification. And then the last thing is when I said that, the bishop system or the monoepiscopate comes to Rome very late. Well, as I've read from you from the scholars, it comes in the mid-2nd century, where it appears to have come earlier in the 2nd century in other regions and other areas. So mid-2nd century, some people might say, well, that's not very late. All right, we could debate if that's very late or late, but it's most certainly late. So just acknowledging that there might be, some pushback from that. But the episcopate certainly comes late to Rome, mid-2nd century, significantly later than it comes to other areas and regions. Okay? All right. Just thought those were clarifications worth making. Thank you all for listening again.